Good evening. My name is Emily Brooks, and I'm very honored to be speaking to you today on behalf of the senior class's vice president. Firstly, I would like to thank my parents and family for supporting me in everything I do. I would just like to take a moment to welcome you all to tonight's commencement services for the class of 2023. I would first like to thank all of our faculty and staff tonight for everything they have done to help us succeed. We would not be where we are today without you. Lastly, I would especially like to thank our class advisor, Mrs. Finfrock, for everything she has done for our class leading up to tonight, and especially for making it so we only had one graduation practice instead of two. On behalf of the class of 2023, we thank you all for attending this evening and joining us in one of the most important events of our lives. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Colleen Walsh, and I am the secretary of the class of 2023. Please bow your heads. Dear God, this is such an exciting time for all who sit before you today. This day is full of hope, full of dreams, and full of life. As we head into our individual next steps, we have a great chance to learn, to take risks, and explore. We will gain new skills, meet new people, and experience growth within ourselves. Although this chapter of our lives is coming to an end, such times of excitement and joy lie ahead. Our prayer to you is that you will hold each of us in your love. May you continue to guide us in knowing right from wrong, and may you continue to provide us with strength as you guide us forward. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Hello, my name is Noelle Wingard, and I'm the treasurer of the senior class. May everybody who is able please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Caleb Rose, and I am the class president of the Chartiers-Houston High School class of 2023. I'm honored to be here tonight with you. I would like to thank all of the teachers who have shaped us into the people that we are today, our families who have inspired and believed in us, and our friends who have been by our side the entire time. Thank you to all of you who have created a fundamental impact in all of our lives. Without all of you, we would not be here today. Again, thank you for making this night something we will all remember for the rest of our lives. Graduates, take a moment to look around you. This may be the last time we are all together as the class of 2023. Tonight may also be the last time some of us will ever see each other. We've always dreamed that this day would come for 4 years, but we never really knew how fast that it was going to come. But now, it is here, and we have finally made it. It seems like just the other day, we were all together at Allison Park Elementary, and now, in what seems like the blink of an eye, our journey at Chartiers-Houston has come to its end. Together, we've reached an early milestone in our lives, known as high school graduation. But graduation is not the end of our journey. Instead, it is a stepping stone in our lives. Some of us will choose to go far away, and some of us will choose to stay close to home. Whether you are going to college, trade school, military, or the workforce, never forget where you came from and the abilities that you hold. Regardless of where life takes you, your journey started here. with all of the people who are seated around you here tonight. Life after high school will be challenging. Many of us will be out on our own for the first time. Although we have learned a lot in high school, we still don't know everything. The road that lies ahead is full of uncertainty, with its twists, turns, and even roadblocks. Do not let these obstacles slow you down. There may be times when you feel alone or that your back is against the wall, but remember, you are not alone. Always look to your family and friends here tonight and anyone you meet along your journey for support. We've made it this far, and very few things in life that are worthwhile are easy to obtain. That doesn't mean we should quit, back down, or give up. Look what we have made it through over the last few years just to get here tonight. Keep pushing and trying and believing in yourself, because you can achieve your dreams. One of the biggest words of wisdom that have been shared with me and has really impacted me is a quote by Steve Prefontaine. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. Not only does this apply to sports, but also life. Your best can be anything, as long as you put all of your effort into it. We all have a great gift inside of us. Whether we know it or not, we just have to find it. What is your best, and are you sacrificing your gift? I guess it's kind of fitting that our journey at Chartiers-Houston High School comes to an end here on this field where many of us have had so many amazing memories. I will never forget the Friday night football games, the practices, tournaments, band festivals, and even gym classes that have taken place in this exact spot. From all of the teams I have been on, all of my coaches have told me the same thing. Leave it all on the field. Today, I ask all of you, walk your own path. It is your life, and you get to write the next chapter. Live life to the fullest. Life's short. Enjoy every moment and live life with no regrets. Leave it all on the field. Good luck, and I wish you all happiness and success in life, and I hope that you achieve all of your goals and dreams. Be the best that you can be. Thank you all for being a part of some of the most memorable times of my life. Although our time is almost over, it will not be forgotten and is something that I will always be thankful for. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
I'm back. Again, my name is Noelle Wingard, and I'm also this year's honor graduate. I would like to begin by thanking the faculty here at Chartiers-Houston for getting all of us graduates out in one piece. Without your guidance and constant encouragement, we would have never been granted the ability to conquer our dreams and take on the upcoming challenges that we will inevitably face after leaving high school. The lessons you have taught us will forever be in our minds and aid us to become the best versions of ourselves. Now, class of 2023. This day came way faster than expected. It feels as if it were only yesterday we were in kindergarten, counting down the minutes before we could go outside for recess. The majority of us sitting here today have been a part of this school district for 13 years. We have been Buccaneers for 13 years. We have officially mastered the routine of getting ready in the morning just to sit in class after class for 7 hours for 5 days a day. Tonight, our insanely repetitive schedules will finally come to an end. Tonight, our titles will officially change to Chartiers-Houston alumni. Not many graduating seniors can name each and every student in their class, but look around. We can easily name the students sitting next to us. Being part of a small school district has truly bonded us. Everything we have gone through as friends, or in some cases, enemies. Regardless, the friendships we have made and lost through the years will be remembered. The arguments over topics that seemed important at the time will be looked back upon and laughed at. High school was fun while it lasted, but it's definitely time for it to be over. Together, we have made it to the end. We have made it to the first checkpoint in an ongoing race. This is only the beginning. We now have the opportunity to see as we do fit with our lives. Whether that be another 4 years of schooling, going to trade school, joining the workforce, joining the military, or traveling the world, it is our decision. Our lives are finally in our own hands. 13 years of making wrong decisions and learning valuable lessons have led us to this very moment. These 13 years were the first chapter of our ever-growing story. This is a big world, and we have only seen a minuscule fraction of what it has to offer. So take this moment and be fully present in it. Leaving all we have ever known may be terrifying, but isn't it exciting? I know wherever your lives lead you, you will all do immaculate things. You will find your places in this world. You will grow into your best selves. Don't compare your life to anyone else's life, as there is no comparison between the sun and the moon. They both shine when it is their time. However, if you ever need a boost of nostalgia or reassurance, think back to these days and remember. Reminisce on the good memories you have created for yourself and use them as encouragement to make even greater ones. Although the smaller memories may slowly diminish, the feelings left behind us never will. The joy and the laughter, the pain and the sadness, they will stick with us for years to come. I wish all of you the best of luck with wherever your path leads you, and I hope you conquer all your dreams. High school was both an amazing and awful experience, and now it's over. Class of 2023, we actually did it. Thank you.
Hello, parents, faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the class of 2023. My name is Colleen Walsh, and I stand here today not to speak on my accomplishments, but to speak of what we have accomplished together. We began our journey nearly 13 years ago. I remember getting my lunch number and thinking, 2023 feels so far away. And now, looking back, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say it truly wasn't that far. We grew up with the year 2023 in our minds. It was what we looked forward to, what we wished for, and what we felt identified us. We wished that time away. When you're in kindergarten, you wish to be in 3rd grade because that's when you switch classes. When you're in 6th grade, you wish to be in 7th grade because that earns you a spot at the high school. And when you're in 9th grade, you desperately wish that senior year comes quickly so you can just be done. You wish for what feels unknown. You wish for what you cannot have. But in all the wishing, it is easy to lose sight of the moments. It is easy to lose the small moments, which seem inconsequential when you're living them. As you look back at your schooling and your formative years, those are what you remember. The small moments, the laughs exchanged in passing, the shared anxieties over a test, or the excitement that fills the halls before a home football game. Those are the memories we will treasure in 20 years. They are the moments we will cherish because they made us feel a part of something. These seemingly small experiences are shared no matter who you were or weren't friends with, regardless if you played a sport or didn't, or what classes you were in. In these times, we were one class, one group united. It is easy to relate to one another because, despite the differences in how we got there, we were ultimately experiencing the same thing, growing up. Growing up is hard. It is hard to imagine a life where you don't go to the same school you've gone to since you were 5. It's hard to imagine life where you're not within a few feet of your family. It's hard to imagine not knowing the mere 75 people in your grade. These repetitive scenes represent the comfort we grew up in. I know I speak for many of us when I say the familiarity of my childhood here at Chartiers-Houston has brought me great comfort. Now, as we move forward onto a new chapter of our lives, it is time to step out of that comfort and familiarity. Life will look a lot different for us come this fall. We aren't returning to the halls that saw us grow and mature. We'll be facing new places, new faces, and new experiences, regardless of your post-graduation path. During these times, as we experience the new parts of life, parts that are going to overwhelm us, going to trip us up, and going to cause us to rethink what we know is true, it is important to find comfort in the familiar. I know I can look back fondly at my memories of high school. I know I can find comfort in them as being the experiences that shaped me into the person I am today. I know many of you can say the same. It is not necessarily the specific moments I can pinpoint, but more of a culmination of things. The small interactions that develop your relationships, or that add to your memory of a specific event. Those are the times that matter. Those are the times we will find comfort in. When you're constantly wishing for what comes next, you will lose those special moments. You will lose those moments because you're anticipating something unknown, rather than focusing on the present and taking it all in. These moments, when you add them all up, turn out to be your childhood. They're the moments that raised you, the moments you will always remember, and the ones that hold a special place in your heart. So, class of 23, I leave you with this. Do not ever, ever skip past the small moments because you wish for something bigger. Later in life, perhaps as you sit at the graduation of a loved one and you get to thinking of your own high school experience, I hope you're able to look back at it fondly. I hope you can put away any negative feelings and remember the times you felt truly united with your class. Those are the memories you will find comfort in as you grow and change into the wonderful people you're all capable of becoming. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Lily Coppola, and I am beyond honored and thrilled to be here tonight. I would like to begin with thanking my parents, Dan and Christy, my grandparents, and my family, who have been instrumental in my life. I would also like to thank my amazing friends who got me through this year, and the incredible teachers and staff whose dedication is unparalleled, and without it, we would not be here tonight. Now, I'm going to flash back to our childhoods really quickly. I don't know about you, but I spent my extra time when I was a kid watching Phineas and Ferb. You know, the show with the boys creating something new every day during the summer. And as I was producing some ideas for this speech, this show kept popping up. You know, Phineas and Ferb always took advantage of every opportunity that they were given. And anything that was a challenge for them, they turned that into an incredible invention. Does that sound familiar? Because it should. We, the class of 2023, have taken every challenge and turned it into an opportunity. You know, 1,380 days ago, about 4 years, we entered this building as the upcoming freshman class. Excited to be finally a part of the high school, we joined sports and clubs and numerous wonderful opportunities that had just opened to us. But just as we were getting started, COVID-19 shut everything down. This was a tough time that impacted us in a new way and presented us with a new set of challenges. However, we took those challenges and turned them into opportunities. We leaned on each other to get through the remainder of the year. We played games together, and we helped each other through assignments that were probably not group work. As quickly as freshman year approached us, it succeeded us in the same manner. Sophomore year began with hybrid days, and I know everyone liked sleeping in, me too. But life was starting to slowly return to normal. We used that time to connect with families and friends, and I swear, as quick as sophomore year began, junior year became running up behind it. That is when it started to become real. We had to think about life after high school. We had persevered through the first half of high school, and junior year was our first real year. I would like to think that we made the most of it. That year's junior class showed up. We went to sporting events, dances, and we did everything we could to make up for the past 2 years. And then senior year began, and the year we had been all waiting for. If you thought we showed up last year, senior year somehow topped that. From the senior sunrise to the senior sunset, the graduating class of 2023 came into these halls with a new sense of excitement. From every senior night to senior week, we made the most of our last year of high school while also getting ready for our lives outside these walls. This outstanding class has demonstrated that we can turn our challenges into opportunities. From COVID-19 to regular high school stress, we were able to persevere and leave with memories that will always be with us. So this leads me to one last point. Say yes to the opportunities that you're given. All challenges present opportunities, and it's up to you to make the best of it. However, I know that the Chartiers-Houston graduating class knows just how to do that. So graduates, I know what we're going to do today.
of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down. Keep me close, safe and sound. Lift me up, hold me down. Keep me safe. We need life, we need love.
Good evening. Before I make my remarks, we have a couple staff members I want to recognize this evening that are retiring, that have already retired. First up is Miss McGill. Please stand. After 15 years, Miss McGill is off to retirement. And Mrs. Spiegel, please stand. Many, many, many years we've had Mrs. Spiegel here at Chartiers-Houston. Thank you, guys. Okay, good evening and welcome to parents, grandparents, relatives, faculty, school board members, and especially our honored guests, class of 2023. You'll probably have people share lots of advice with you throughout your life, especially over the last few weeks. As you sit here tonight, I can tell you from experience that never stops, no matter who you are, how old you are, or what you do. So with that, here's my advice to you, and it starts by asking yourself the question, who do you want to be? This question is not a question you ask yourself one time. It's a question you will ask yourself over and over throughout your life. You may ask yourself this question after several years or multiple times a day. You see, who you want to be today may look very different than who you want to be in 6 months, a year, or 5 years, or maybe even next week. And every time you ask yourself this question, how will I become the person I want to be? This is the more challenging question. It's easy to say who you want to be, but much more difficult to put in the work to do whatever needs to be done to actually become that person. So here's my advice to you every time you ask yourself these questions. First, surround yourself with the right people. This will be your team, and they will be the ones that support you, the ones that tell you what you always wanted, not what you always want to hear, but what you need to hear. They will be there to help you become the person you want to be. Sometimes changes will be made to that team. Some people will be added, some people will be removed. Every person that comes into your life is there for a reason, a season, or even a lifetime. Secondly, make sure you put positivity into the world. As we know, there's a lot of negativity around today, and you can very easily get caught up and become negative as well. But we attract what we put into the world. Think of your team. You want positive teammates to help you become the best version of yourself. I'm not suggesting that there won't be tough times when you're feeling mad, sad, frustrated, or even defeated. Those are all times that will be part of life, and those life lessons you experience will guide you to become the person you want to be. You've heard it before, but it's so true. It's not the number of times you get knocked down that matter, but the number of times you get back up that does. Thirdly, take care of yourself. Exercise your mind and body. Take care of your physical and mental health. When I say maintain a healthy diet, I do not mean watch what you eat. It's watch and listen to what you listen to, what you read, who you hang around with, who are those influences. Pay attention to what you feed your soul and heart, not just your stomach. Finally, the biggest obstacle to becoming what you want to be is often you. Knowing when to be tough on yourself or gentle with yourself is a difficult balancing act. Remember what you say to yourself, good or bad, can either build up or tear you down. When you're being good to others, make sure you include yourself. With that said, I wish to congratulate you, the class of 2023. We wish you all luck. I know I speak for all of us when I say we can't wait to watch your journey and see who each one of you becomes. Thank you.
Wow. The last time I was on this field with you all, remember, we were flying drones. We were up there checking out the leaves, pulling garlic mustard, and, oh God, catching poison ivy, because we didn't know what it was yet. I want to thank Mr. Mary for unplugging my timer up here. Gratulacja. Excuse my Polish. Congratulations. Good evening, class of 2023. My last group that I have the privilege to teach and to which I can refer to as my kids. Thank you, administration, school board, faculty, friends, and distinguished guests, our parents, guardians, friends, of all these wonderful young adults here tonight. You know, wow, 2023 has got to be memorable for you all. Equally for me, I was honored twice this year. Once being asked to play Teddy Roosevelt in the fantastic school musical Newsies. Boy! And now honored to be here tonight to celebrate you, the class of 2023. I would also like to congratulate 3 wonderful teachers on their retirement who are even more wonderfuler as human beings. Mrs. McGill, Mrs. Spiegel, and Mrs. Wicker. Thank you. Remember when we decorated the halls with those colorful paper chains all year? Remember when we left the Christmas tree up all year and called it the bee tree? You know, be kind, be respectful, be awesome. Remember when we taped thoughts for the day on everyone's locker? Remember making thousands of greeting cards and delivering them to area nursing homes? Remember when Lucas got us to help make and deliver Easter baskets to all of those nursing homes? Or the daily thoughts for the day, or those songs that we would start each class with, or Story Monday times. And remember and never forget, we all have the seeds of greatness within us. And everyone you have met over the past years have tried to foster, mentor, and help you grow. Yes, some of us have grown more than others because you decided to use those 3 C's that we have. No, not talking about grades. You made a choice to take a chance to change your life. Most of you know that many times I try to compare the Wizard of Oz to our daily lives, our school lives, and you know, probably many of you, and maybe many of you sitting in the stands thought, well, that's weird. But remember, weird is a side effect of being awesome. Well, tonight I'm going to tie it together, try to explain. You know, first let's take a look at the 4 main characters. Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow. What a wonderful diversity lesson when talking about teamwork, collaboration, and compassion. You see, their strengths were in their differences. They certainly understood that you can have everything in life that you want if you just help others get what they want. You know, this is one of the many lessons you learned by volunteering over the years. Now, all of them, they were looking for gifts. You know, those cornerstones of character: brain, heart, courage, and spirit. These traits would supposedly complete them as an individual. However, they had to travel the yellow brick road to the Emerald City, and perhaps the great and powerful Oz would help them. So, on your trip through CH, on your yellow brick road, we all hope you have started to lay the foundation of those cornerstones. Now think back to the Scarecrow. You wanted a brain, right? Well, the brain represents being prepared, learning, feeding your mind throughout your life. Now, school might be over for some of you, but all of us must continue to read, to learn, to study, in order that we become better than where we were yesterday. You see, the difference between school and life is that school teaches you lessons and then gives you a test. Life gives you a test and you learn the lessons. Class of 23, Will you continue to expand and train your brain and be prepared for what lies ahead on your yellow brick road? Well, next to Tin Man, he wanted a heart. Well, your heart is how you treat others, caring, compassionate, humble, and kind. Graduates, please be that somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody. Remember, a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. Class of 23, will you help others? Will you treat others? How? And how will you treat yourself? Now the Cowardly Lion, he wanted courage. Now courage is about having principles and beliefs. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. You know, another wizard from Harry Potter said it's slightly different. Sometimes we must make a choice between what is right and what is easy. Sometimes we gotta make that choice. Class of 23, will you lead even if it's easier to be silent? Will you be setting the right examples? Will you choose what is right or what is easy? And are you prepared to lead with courage? And finally, Dorothy, all she wanted was to go home. Now, home is your support system, where you are loved unconditionally, where you turn to when there is trouble, wherever that might be. Your school, your church, your community, and most importantly, your family. Class of 23, remember, no matter where you go, there's no place like home. Now let's think and analyze a little. The Tin Man cried several times. Why? Well, because he was showing compassion and emotion. Ah, you see, he had a heart. He didn't realize it. The Cowardly Lion roared a number of times, put him up, put him up. And then he stepped up and led the whole group to save Dorothy, thus showing courage. Yeah, he had courage and he didn't realize it. Now the Scarecrow devised and revised, planned and analyzed several plans in order to rescue Dorothy. Ah, yes indeed, he had a brain and he didn't realize it. And of course, Glenda, the Good Witch, said to Dorothy, you've always had the power, dear. You just had to learn it yourself. You see, class of 2023, some things you simply have to experience and learn for yourself. You can't just read a manual, and it's not something you can just Google. Now, if these characters always had these traits, why in the heck did they need the wizard? Well, they needed him to verify, to confirm, to give proof. You see, so far along this part of your yellow brick journey, you've had wizards, and you didn't realize it. Your parents, your guardians, relatives, teachers, friends, those who are sitting here tonight to witness, to validate your proof of your journey, your graduation. So the message for all of us, they like you have the brains, the heart, the courage, the spirit, to not only succeed, but to lead. Unfortunately, our world is full of flying monkeys and lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Don't stray off course. Keep moving along the yellow brick road. Deal with those obstacles head on while staying true to your values. Never lose faith in your ability or your potential to prevail, but the entire time, always expect and give help along the way. So class of 23, it doesn't matter what others do. What matters is what you do. Leave a positive mark on the world. Just do the little things right in order to do the big things right. Do not be afraid of being different. Instead, be afraid of being the same. You have to be odd to be number one. Remember that, Tessa, from way back? Remember, you're not a product of your circumstances. You're a product of all your decisions. And one of the best random acts of kindness you can give yourself is to decide to commit to the journey, not the outcome, because life is not a race. It's a gift. Enjoy it, don't rush it. Have compassion for others and for yourself. You see, our lives will never be perfect, but we have been engineered to be purposeful. Make sure you find life's purpose. Face your problems. Don't Facebook them. What you are is God's gift to you. What you become by using your potential and talents is your gift to Him. Oh, and back to those songs that we heard in class, but did we really listen? When we heard Toby Mac sing, we lose our way, we get back up again, you may be knocked down, but not out forever. Or Earth, Wind, and Fire when we sang, you're a shining star no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. Or rare earth, I can't be bothered with sorrow, I can't be bothered with hate, I just want to celebrate another day of living. Or Tim McGraw's Humble and Kind, or probably my most favorite, Randy Newman singing, You've Got a Friend in You've Got a Friend in Me. In closing, I would like to leave you some words of wisdom from that wonderful philosopher. No, not me, Dr. Zeus. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. So, be your name Coppola, Wingard, Walsh, Rose, Buckingham, Bukowska, Cofield, Portalillo, Durkis, Kovac, Melpawich, Shuba, Thomas Walton Woods, Alderson, Bacola, Brooks, Fry, Griffith, Havelka, Hess, Mankey, Notaro, Oliverio, Petronco, Payet, Pritchett, Roop, Strimmel, Taylor, Welsh, Babay, Keltuna, Fetchko, Gilhabe, Hopkins, Mansfield, Miklos, Namit, Tungia, Opfer, Orban, Pitcock, Reddick, Seaman, Sine, Smith, Sparbani, Spino, Youngstead, Amon, Bione, Bryce, Brooks, Conley, Del Rio, Hainsworth, Hill, Horner, Knight, Lavishak, Lane, Russo, Scott, Shipe, Snyder, Stenger, Staller, Strimmel, Swayzuk, Van Syok, West Wheeler. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Class of 2023. May the force be always with you. Good luck. God bless.
That's a very hard act to follow. Words of wisdom for sure for all of us. To quote Kurt Vonnegut, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Class of 23, as you cross the stage in a minute to accept your diplomas, you're not only crossing the physical platform, you're also crossing an existential one, in that you will be viewed differently by society as graduates and young adults than you were before. In addition to the knowledge and skill sets that you developed over these last 13 years, there is a moral component. You will be confronted with challenging situations, and your responses will be shaped by your learning and by your ethics. And many times you won't be sure what to do. Rabbi Hillel the Elder addressed this question when he asked, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am not for others, then who will be for them? And if not now, when? If not now, when? When do you advocate for others? When do you help to build your community? Not just for your family and friends, but for community members you may not necessarily like or know. Matthew records that Jesus said, for if you love only those who love you, what recompense do you have? Do not the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers, what are you doing that is extraordinary? I encourage you to use your education to advocate for those less fortunate and for the betterment of all, not just those you like. Case in point, when God was going to destroy Sodom, Abraham came forward and said to God, will you sweep away the innocent along with the guilty? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to bring death upon the innocent as well as the guilty, so that the innocent and guilty fare alike. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all earth deal justly? Abraham wasn't only advocating for the innocent in Sodom, but he appealed to God's sense of benevolence, fairness, and mercy. Live up to the better angels of your nature. If I am not for others, who will be for me? If not now, when? Advocacy, support, growth. an adherence to the ideals in which our country was grounded in 1787, and which continues to be expanded upon in subsequent amendments like the 13th, 14th, and 15th that were ratified after the Civil War. Service to others. In referring to our country, another Abraham that you know said this: with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind the nation's wounds. Even now, never stop working to find ways to bind those wounds and to make this a better place for everyone. We live in the United States of America and need to remember always that we have more things in common with our fellow citizens, more things that unite us than differences that divide us. Never stop believing in your potential and the potential to make this a better place for having achieved your education and your success. Never stop learning. Congratulations, class of 2023. And now at this time, as the superintendent of schools, President Popek and Vice President Prost, members of the board of directors for the Chartiers-Houston School District, esteemed faculty and guests, it is my esteemed pleasure to pronounce that these seniors here have met the requirements stated by the Department of Education and can now be considered graduates of the Chartiers-Houston School District. And we will welcome you to come and accept your diplomas. Congratulations.
Kelly Ann Alderson. Hunter William Babay. Aaron Christopher Bacola. Jace Cameron Bioni. Jacob Paul Rice. Emily Nicole Brooks. Trinity Amara Brooks. Kayla Nicole Rose. Kaden Elizabeth Buckingham. Zuzana Wutzia Bukowska. Matthew Lee Caltuna. Nicholas James Caulfield. Lily Lou Kabla. Gabrielle Ray Cordolillo. Caitlin Marie Smith. Micah Ross Del Rio.
I just want to say thank you to the 2023 of the class of Chartiers-Houston, and it's meet all of your acquaintance, including my mom, Rhonda Ross Del Rio.
Angelina Marie Taylor. Alexis Fern Durkis. Terrence Richard Fetzko. Philip Fry. Jacqueline Renee Gill. Daniel J. Griffith. Amber Frederick Habe. Brody James Havelka. Madison Nevea Hainsworth. Stephen Edward Hess. Tyler John Hill. Alexis Elaine Hopkins. Joseph Ronald Horner. Isaiah Knight. Tessa Ray Kovach. Christopher Alexander Labashak. Ryan Andrew Lane. Jacob Anthony Mankey. Michael Luke Mansfield. Jacob James Mel. Calvin Leslie Miklos. Leanna Elizabeth Nemeth. Enzo Albert Notaro. Emmanuel Neba Chunga. Braden Wesley Oliverio. Ryan Christopher Ofer. I believe it. I believe it. Jesse James Orban Jr. Cole Franklin Powich. Colton Lane Petronka. Braden Riley Pyatt. Kaylee Nicole Pidcock. Kerrigan Beth Pritchett. Asia Martea Reddings. Jaylyn Ray Gladys Root. Marguerite Marcel Russo. Lillian Renee Seaman. Samantha Ray Riley Sine. Nathan Michael Scheit. Jalen Elise Shuba. Ian Walker Sparbani. Dominique Angelina Marie Spino. Emma Rose Stanger. Zachary Thomas Stoller. Lucas James Strimmel. Spencer Alexander Thomas. Devin Alexia Van Syok. Colleen Shannon Walsh. Kylie Brooke Walton. Madison Nicole Welsh. Micah Edward West. Austin Cameron Wheeler. Noelle Elizabeth Wingard. Caitlin Grace Woods. Mason Youngstead.
Yeah, Coley!
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2023